So if you're a fan of Warcry like I am, you'll know that this release is a big deal. So we get the Ogroid Myrmidon, new terrain in the Soul Drain Forest. We get a brand new warband, the Spire Tyrants. And we get 3 warbands from the existing Age of Sigmar roster. We've got the Nighthorn, we've got the Stormcast Eternals, and we've got Gloomspite Gits. And what we've also got in these boxes, which I wasn't expecting, is some tokens that are specific to Order, Destruction, and Death. Not only did we get all that, but we got a whole bunch of card packs, which I've already opened, but I'll take you through them briefly in a minute. Skaven, Stormcast Eternal Warrior Chamber, Beasts of Chaos, Tzeentch ARCA Knights, Tzeentch Demons, Ossiarch Bone Reapers, Ogor Moor Tribes, Caradron Overlords, and Slaves to Darkness. Now I'll be doing separate videos for all of these, going in depth, so making up the models, looking individually at all the cards and that kind of thing. And I'll start with the Ogroid Myrmidon when we do that, because I want to go through his War Scroll card for Age of Sigmar. I've been playing a lot of Slaves to Darkness really, so I'm really interested in that. So let's actually start with the Ogroid Myrmidon. So in the box, what do we have? Got 1 sprue. Got a baggie with a bunch of cards in it. We've got instructions on how to make him. And we've got it's a 50mm base. Okay, so a brief look at the sprue. Looks very well detailed. This is spear. It all looks good. You can't really tell much from a sprue, but we can guess at the size from the 50mm base. So that's pretty cool. In terms of the cards, what have we got? Okay, English ones. So that's how he's going to look when he's all painted up. Badass. Okay, right. Cost 295, movement of 5, 35 wounds, toughness 6. Very high toughness, that's cool. 2-inch range with his spear. Yeah, 3 attacks. It's less than I thought it would be. Strength 5. Right, it does a lot of damage though. So strength 5 means that most of the models he hits, he's going to be hitting with a 3 up. He does 4 damage, 8 on crits. So he's tough. Right, next up, Spire Tyrants. So we've got Head Claimer, Pit Champion, Pit Fighters, Frenzied Rager, Beastie Gore Destroyer. Let's check out what's in here. Okay. Assembly guides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bases. 2 sprues, which I will look at more closely when I assemble them, when I do the full video for Spire Tyrants. Not looking cool. The briefest of looks at the cards. Alright, what have we got? So again, the ones that we looked at before. On the back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different cards, not including these. A brief look. I tend to take the amount of wounds they can take as being an indication of how good the team is. So 12s, 10s, 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 10, 18, 15, 20. So they're pretty... 20 is the highest number of wounds anyone takes. That's pretty low, to be fair. Well, that guy has got 3-inch range on one of his weapons. Okay. So they all look pretty good. But again, we'll go into it in more depth in another video. Let's have a quick look at the Soul Drain Forest, just because this will take us through all of the brand new stuff before. I know we've got new warbands in the shape of some existing Age of Sigmar stuff, but we've had cards out for them for quite some time. Right. So for this, obviously we've got the usual board, card pack, and a whole lot of plastic, which I'm not going to go through right now because it's not worth it for this. But what I will look at is some of the cards, because that'll give us an indication of how things will look when they're set up. So now I have to admit that the Soul Drain Forest was what I was least looking forward to. I've collected every single warcry release so far, and this was the first one I was considering skipping on. However, I did have a look at the back of the box. Let's have a quick look at that first, actually. And I liked the way the terrain was laid out. So I have actually completely changed my mind on this. I am very much up for it now. I think it's going to be cool. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 big trees. So again, no upward climbing on this terrain. Can't climb the trees. But let's look to see the ones that interact with the existing terrain from the original starter box. And they do look cool, to be fair. Look at a few of these. That's cool. Very nice. Okay, right. So that is that. So let's look at another warband. We'll start with Gloomspite Gits. So we've got 3 sneaky snufflers, which the cards for this weren't in the card packs that were released last year. Everything else is in there, but this is exclusive to this box. Right. And so, yeah, what I was impressed with was that with this release, we get all the nice plastic and that. But we get different coloured tokens for the different factions. Alright. So we get these cool green tokens for these guys. Quite a lot of cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. When we get there, I already know that the Stormcast Eternal new card pack's got 30 cards in it. 30 different fighters. Okay, so these are all pretty good. Now they're all value wise, 70, 70, 45, 150, 65, 140, 45, 200, 250, 220, 265. And those sneaky snufflers, just 85. So that's cool. We've got their abilities on there as well. So interestingly, the quad ability, which I'll tell you what it is now, so that sneaky stab. This fighter makes a bonus move action and then they can make a bonus attack action. In addition, if the fire targeted by that attack action is within 1 inch of this fighter, at the value of this ability to damage points allocated by hits and critical hits from that attack action. And that's cool because that's a quad ability which is really, really strong, but it can be used by any card, so it's not limited to anyone. So that's interesting. Cool. Right, so that's the Gloom Spike Gits. Let's have a look at the Nighthorn. So again, Nighthorn card pack came out last year, but it did not include the Mimorn Banshees. So we've got Mimorn Banshees, Glaive Wraith Stalkers, Grimghast Reapers, and Extoller of Shyish. Right, so the destruction guys, their tokens had a greenish colour. Nighthorn, Nighthorn, Nighthorn. Probably seen lots of this stuff in the past. How many bases do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 5 in there. Now I know we get more models than that. Anyway, so it looks like I'm probably short of bases for some reason. Anyway, so these tokens are a cool purple colour, which I like. Now I'm interested in painting these guys. Well, in fact, I want to paint all of them, but I want to paint, for example, I want to paint Nighthorn as if they were a Chaos Warband. So change the colours, more black and red and that kind of thing. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So if anyone's got any tips or ideas on that, let me know in the comments. Okay, so, right. So there's the Mimorn Banshee. How many cards we've got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different cards. And what I'll do is when I review this properly and when I review the Stormcast Eternals new box and the Gloom Spike Gits, I'll compare these to the original cards that were released last year, and I'll also compare their ability cards as well to see if anything's changed. I'll even compare it against what was released in the Tome of Champions. Okay, but yep, all pretty standard. The cool stuff for me is definitely the new tokens. We all know that these models, at least, anything Nighthorn and Stormcast Eternal specifically, they're very, very common out there now. Lots and lots and lots of people have collected these models. And that's, you know, that's not me having a dig or anything like that. So I know that lots of people will already have the majority of this content. And I hope that too many people don't have to buy it just to get that Mimorn Banshee card. But you know, it is what it is. Right, what we got? Stormcast Eternals. Now I had actually opened this one before. Let's have a look. So we have got Vanguard Hunters, Vanguard Raptors, and some Aether Wings. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sprues. Lots and lots of bases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. and 3 oval ones, which is for the Vanguard Raptors. So all of these models are ranged combat. Okay, and our tokens on this are blue. So that's cool. Very good. Right, next. I will run through all of these, but I do understand that, you know, I will need to go through these in much more detail to review them. So I'll start with Slaves to Darkness. What have we got? That's a Chaos Warrior. Pretty cool. It's one of the Chaos Chosen. That is a Chaos Chosen. Chaos Warrior, I believe. Chaos Warrior. Ah. Chaos Cavalry. Okay, interesting. That's good. Only a 1-inch range, 3 hits, 10-inch movement. More cavalry units. The Marauder Horsemen. Couple of them. There's a Marauder. Is that Marauder Champion? Maybe. And then a couple of more standard Marauders. But this is good. So, pack of Marauders, that's 20 quid. Pack of Marauder Horsemen, that's 20 quid. Packet of standard Horsemen, that's another 20 quid. Pack of Chaos Warriors, that's another 20 quid. A pack of Chaos Chosens, 25 quid. It's expensive if you want to get it all, but you know, get yourself on eBay, collect those models. I look forward to reviewing that one specifically because that is... I'm having a tough time playing Age of Sigmar with Slaves to Darkness, to be honest. I think they might be suffering a bit, you know, be slightly underpowered. But I do look forward to bringing them to Warcry as well. Right, next up, what have we got? Paragon Overlords. I've got a lot of cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Core. A lot. So what have we got? Skyriggers, Grundstock Thunderers, and ARCA Company. So of the Skyriggers, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So over half of the models, of the cards, should I say, available for this warband are the Skyriggers. The ARCA Company. I know these are the Grundstock Thunderers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those. And then the ARCA Company, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's cool. Okay, so we've got Ogre, more tribes. We have got Iron Guts, Lead Belchers, and Standard Ogres. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. So how does that split up? Okay, Ogre, Lead Belcher, Iron Gut. This guy is Iron Gut, Ogre, Ogre. So we've got 2 Iron Guts, 2 Lead Belchers, 4 ogres. Now one of the ogres is not an ogre, it's a goblin. Okay, so that is the ogre more tribes. Next up, let's have a look at the Ossiarch Bone Reapers. So ogre more tribes and Ossiarch Bone Reapers, I picked up a copy from Zartu of the Feast of Bones the other day. Managed to get that at the reduced sort of launch price for those sellers of 85 quid, so I was really pleased with that. Right, okay, so what have we got? Kavalos Death Riders, Necropolis Stalkers and Mortek Guard. So what have we got? 2 Stalkers, 3 Mortek Guard, and 4 different, sorry, 2 Stalkers, 1 with 4 blades, 1 with 2 two-handed weapons. We've got 3 Kavalos Death Riders. We've got 1 with a spear. We've got 2 with swords. They are vastly different. I'll work out why when I do the review. And then Mortek Guard, we've got 1 with a blade, 1 with a two-handed sword, 1 with a spear, and another one with a blade. Slightly different blade. They, stats-wise, quite different as well. Very different. Okay, cool. Well, I look forward to reviewing that as well, because I will definitely be playing a fair bit of Ossiarch Bone Reapers as well. I like to play different warbands for Warcry, where you're sort of playing half-hour to 40-minute matches. I do like to change things up. I had a really good game of 3-player a few weeks ago. What we did was we dealt 3 separate deployment cards, and we used the same colour to deploy, doing it that way, because the deployment cards are obviously just set up for 2 players, and it worked really well. Okay, so Tzeentch Demons, right. We've got Blue Horrors and Brimstone Horrors, Pink Horrors, Flamers of Tzeentch, and Screamers of Tzeentch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Right, so what have we got? 1 Screamer. 1, 2, 3 Flamers, 2 Pink Horrors, a Blue Horror, and a Brimstone Horror. So that's cool. So yeah, go out and buy a pack of 30 Blue Horrors and Pink Horrors, or however they come. You can use a couple of them on here. So that's good. I know nothing about Tzeentch, so I can't share any magical wisdom with you on that. Stick with Tzeentch for the ARCA Knights. So what have we got here? Zangors, Kayrik Acolytes, and Zangor Enlightened. So, what have we got? Right, so these are standard Zangors. 1, 2. Oh, are they now? 2 is a Enlightened. Another Enlightened, another Enlightened, Enlightened. Right, so I'm going to have to... I'll cut ahead when I've worked out what they all are. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Kayrik Acolytes. 1, 2, 3, 4 Zangor Enlightened. And 8 standard Zangors. That's another one done. Okay, Beasts of Chaos. What do we have? So we've got Gores, Dragon Ogres, Bull Gores, and Beastie Gores. Beastie Gores or Bestie Gores? You tell me in the comments, please, because I'm not sure. Right, okay, so we've got Bull Gore, Bull Gore, Bull Gore, Bull Gore, I believe. Dragon Ogre, Dragon Ogre, Dragon Ogre. I believe Beastie Gore, Beastie Gore, 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 I think. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 Bull Gores, 3 Dragon Ogres, 8 Gores, and 2 Beastie Gores. So I find it difficult sometimes. So I play quite a bit of Daughters of Cain. Sometimes I find it difficult because I've painted my models differently to what it's got on the cards. But because you can use different models for effectively the same for effectively the same thing, sometimes I find it difficult on the battlefield working out what I've got if I use a large range of different cards. Okay, Stormcast Eternal, Warrior Chambers. So yeah, like I say, there's 30 of these cards. Bloody loads. So we've got Liberators, Prosecutors, Paladins, and Judicators. So let's work this out. Prosecutor, 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 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Prosecutors. Paladin, 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 7 Paladins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 Judicators, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Liberators. Nice. Okay, how many we got left? Oh, we're in the last one. The last one, the Skaven. What have we got from the Skaven? Okay. So we've got Night Runners, Storm Vermin, Packmaster, Rat Ogre, Storm Fiend, Giant Rat, Clan Rat, and Plague Monk. I love the Plague Monk model. Really, really awesome. Okay. What have we got? Right, I believe that's a Rat Ogre. Or is it? No, right. Storm Fiend, Storm Fiend, Storm Fiend, Storm Fiend. 5, 6 of those. This is going to be difficult for me to work out what this stuff is. Plague Monk. The same, I believe. The same, I believe. Storm Vermin, Giant Rat, Packmaster, Rat Ogre, Rat Ogre, That is a clan rat. Running out of space. Storm vermin, storm vermin, storm vermin. I don't know exactly, but I'm gonna have these as clan rats. So by my count, and I'm not entirely sure, we've got 2 rat ogres. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 storm fiends. A pack master. 3 plague monks. 3 clan rats, a giant rat, and 4 storm vermins. I'm sure I've got some of those wrong, but that's my brief guess. But again, I will go through that in depth in the review when I get there. So it's been a big week. It's been a big week for Warcry. So if you're interested in seeing any more stuff about Warcry, I'll be starting with the Ogroid Myrmidon, going through all of his details, putting the model together. We'll take it from there, and then I'll go through the rest of the content over the next few days. If you've got a preference for what you'd like to see next, let me know and I'll tailor my recordings to whatever you guys want. Otherwise, I'll just upload them as and when I do them. So thanks very, very much for watching, guys. It was a bit of a long one, longer than I expected. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this content. And I'll catch you later. See ya.